It's been dubbed dobseeker, the government's employment hotline, encouraging bosses to dob in people for rejecting work. The program's been running for less than a month, but it's been criticised for demonising those without a job. Joining us now is Employment Minister Stuart Roberts. Thanks for your time this morning, Minister. How many people have been busted?
The national reporting line has only been operating for a couple of weeks, so we'll get numbers at the end of each month, so it's too early to determine yet. But the whole point of the national reporting line is to ensure that mutual obligations, which is people's responsibility back to their community, to their neighbours, are fulfilled.
We've heard stories from businesses, particularly north of Queensland, far north Queensland, who say this is an issue. People turning up for interviews who don't want the job. Tough to prove, though, I imagine.
Yeah, difficult. Remember, 1.23 million people, Australians now, are receiving job seeker and youth allowance benefits, almost 400,000 more than pre-COVID. So there's still a lot of Australians who are out of work. And unemployment at 5.6 is encouraging, but we see in Queensland, Hervey Bay, for example, unemployment 8.5%, and yet pubs and clubs can't find staff to work. So the opportunity is there for Australians who are on benefits to get out there and get a job. Seek training if they need it. 300,000 extra subsidised courses available, but we really want Australians into work.
But why would an employer want to hire someone who doesn't want the job in the first place?
That's a great question. The key thing, and one of the reasons for the national employer line, or the employer reporting line, is to say to Australians, you have a responsibility. You just can't sit on the job seeker payment and expect your neighbours to cover that lifestyle. We want you into work. We want to give every opportunity to train or reskill, and we want you to turn up. And if you're going to turn up, be intentional. Be intentional about working. That's the whole point of this.
Minister, you would know that plenty of people, including those within your own party, think that this is a bad idea. It's a waste of time, that you're demonising those out of work. Would it be better to look at getting in more foreign workers, to get seasonal workers from the Pacific Islands in to fill those job vacancies?
Well, we've just been talking about the challenges of international borders and the challenges of getting foreign workers in, as well as Australians who want to return. So the difficulty of bringing international workers in is for all the reasons your show has just been highlighting. So whilst that is important and a seasonal worker program helps when it comes to picking fruits and orchards and other areas, but why have we got to a point where we're happy for Australians to say, no, you don't have to do those jobs, we'll get someone from overseas, you just stay on benefits and your neighbour will pay those costs? How have we got to the point where that's acceptable in our country? Why have we got to the point where people are talking about their entitlements but not their responsibilities? And that's what partially the employer reporting line is all about.
Right. I mean, it's a fair argument to make there. I'm just not sure how you force people who don't want to work, and I guess that's the issue you face. Minister, thank you for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.